Hello friends, welcome to this video and happy Easter. I'm speaking to you now on the evening of Easter Sunday. It's a nice cool evening actually. We're just starting to go into autumn here in Australia and I'm cozied up on the lounge with a blanket and looking at some of this footage we filmed over the weekend. So I wanted to share a couple of recipes. There is a carrot cake and some hot cross buns, and then a salad at the end of the video. So I'm doing this baking with my children. I wanted to create some nice Easter memories, and I find that having everything laid out and organized and ready to go before you start cooking just makes everything run a lot smoother. So I homeschool my kids and we have time in the kitchen where we learn how to be neat and we, tidy up as we go and we learn all of those important life skills. But over the weekend, I just wanted to create some nice memories and just enjoy cooking together. So there's a mess and it gets cleaned up and all is well, and we've created some nice memories. So we first are making the carrot cake. And can I just say, this turned out beautifully. My dad said it was the best carrot cake he had ever had and everyone really enjoyed it. It was so moist and just perfectly spiced, and yeah, it was a lovely recipe. Now, I don't actually require my kids to wear gloves when they're cooking, but my 8-year-old didn't want to get eggs on his hand. So then my 3-year-old wanted a glove because his brother had one. And just watching them chatting together there and Mr. 3 learning from Mr. 8, and it's really lovely. I love spending time in the kitchen with kids. So we're crushing up some pecans to go into the carrot cake, and I'll have these recipes linked down below in case you want to try them out for yourself. Like I said, they turned out really well. So this is a double layer cake, and after we mix it all up, we're just going to separate it and bake it in 2 separate tins, and they just smell so beautiful. They made the whole house smell really lovely. Like I said, it's going into autumn here, so having that really sweet, spicy kind of smell, it was just beautiful. So while the cakes are cooling, we're going to make the icing, which is just cream cheese, icing sugar and cream, all mixed together. And then we spread some between the 2 cake layers and then just ice the cake with the rest. And it was really delicious. So I just decorate the cake with some extra pecans and some little Easter eggs. Yeah, it was really sweet. I think everybody really enjoyed it. So I was using my husband's grandmother's icing spreader to do the icing on this cake, and I just love thinking about the hands that held this before me. What events she baked for, what sort of things she made, all the special time they spent together as a family. I love pieces of history like that kind of link you to the past. It feels very special to use them. So next we're making the hot cross buns, and this was a Jamie Oliver recipe, and I actually had never made hot cross buns before, so it was a big experiment, and they smelt incredible. They smelled exactly like hot cross buns are supposed to smell, and the dough was just beautiful to work with. It rose really beautifully, and they were a real joy to make, and my kids enjoyed making them as well. I did vary the recipe slightly. I was just using it for inspiration, really. I did a few things, like I didn't add nutmeg because I don't really like it, and what else did I do? I heated the milk in the microwave and melted the butter in the microwave just to save a bit of time. And then with the other fruits, and I think the recipe called for maybe some orange peel or something, I just stuck with sultanas because that's what we liked. And I added 100 grams of that and no other fruits or anything. And they turned out nice. They were light and they were fluffy and everybody seemed to enjoy them. For me, they tasted a little bit yeasty or something, like it had perhaps just a fraction too much yeast in. But like I said, they did rise beautifully and they were light and fluffy. And I think if I had followed the recipe exactly as he said to do it, then perhaps they wouldn't have tasted that way. But they were so much fun to make, and I'm excited to experiment with making other hot cross buns. After they come out of the oven, you do a honey glaze on top, and that honey smell mixed with the warm, spiced, freshly baked bread smell, it was just beautiful. The kids came running around the kitchen bench wanting to sample, have some before bed. So the salad I made was one that I had had many years ago, and I tried to recreate it. It was really simple. It was just 1 bag of rocket, 1 pear finely sliced, and as much parmesan as you like. I just did a little squirt of lemon juice and a bit of olive oil, and it's so fresh. We had homemade pizza and Caesar salad. It's so fresh and nice with pizza. So those are my recipes I wanted to share. I hope you had a wonderful Easter, and I will speak to you again soon. Goodbye.